Today I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech on the topic of Obamacare. It is quite a controversial topic, and it was highly debated in last year's presidential election, is still being debated to this day. President Donald Trump has tried to repeal and replace Obamacare one time already, and there's talks of him trying to do that a second time. So I thought that this would be quite a topical choice, and it's something I actually have a lot of personal experience with. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of Obamacare and why it's not the catastrophic system that you think it is. First off, what is Obamacare? Its real name, of course, the Affordable Care Act, or ACA, as it's often referred to. It was enacted in 2010 by President Barack Obama, hence the name Obamacare, of course. Its goal was to guarantee affordable health care for all U.S. citizens. It was to stop health insurers from hiking prices and kicking patients off of their plan when they're in dire need. So many would say, how is Obamacare paid for? Long story short, that would be tax dollars. There was a slight increase to couples making more than $250,000 a year, and it runs a similar socialized healthcare system to those of Canada and Europe, places like Sweden, Finland, Denmark, the places that we often hear talked about for their social systems. So first off, I'm going to talk about my personal experience with Obamacare. At 14 years old, I lost my health insurance. That was because I have hemophilia, which is a pretty rare bleeding disorder. It's quite a manageable disorder. It just takes a little bit of medicine every now and again to help me live a normal life. But the thing is that medicine is very, very expensive. So when I was 14 years old, I had used all $1 million of my lifetime max that my health insurer had provided me. So they kicked me off of my plan, and I was actually unable to get insurance later because of my pre-existing condition. So a few months after I was kicked off my plan, thankfully Obamacare was enacted. And in Obamacare, it guarantees health insurance to those with pre-existing conditions. So someone like myself who has a bleeding disorder that takes very expensive medicine to treat, I don't have to worry about being uninsurable and having to pay for that medicine out of pocket. Many others have had similar success stories, whether it be with cancer, diabetes, other chronic diseases. They've also had very successful Obamacare stories. Also, Obamacare is simultaneously saving money and lives. According to HHS.gov, on an article that's actually been deleted by the Trump administration in a big scrub of that website, stated, since 2011, patient harms like hospital-acquired conditions, pressure ulcers, central line associated infections, falls, and traumas have fallen by 17%, saving an estimated 50,000 lives and $12 billion, which is a substantial amount of money and even a greater substantial amount of lives. So now that I've talked a little bit about the successes of Obamacare, I'm going to take a look at the other side and talk about why people dislike Obamacare. And there's numerous reasons why people dislike the ACA, but here's a few of them. Fear of socialism, which is a common problem in America. The misuse of tax dollars, many argue. And another argument is that they feel Obamacare was forced upon them. So first we're going to take a look at socialized medicine. The United States is actually already a socialist country, believe it or not. We have many socialized programs, and adding socialized medicine does not make the United States infinitely more socialist. That just simply doesn't make any sense. Things like Medicare, Medicaid, public roads, transportation, public safety, and many argue that even the U.S. military, since it is funded by tax dollars, is a socialist program, but that is an argument for a different day. And now we're going to take a look at the tax problem that people complain about. Many people, no matter what it may be, do not want tax increases, which is understandable. But with the ACA, the health of America is at risk, and a small tax increase to a small amount of people can go a very long way. And many argue that paying for the Affordable Care Act is paying for other people's problems, but it's not necessarily paying for other people's problems, it's paying for America's health. And many would rather have that money spent on military or homeland security, but without the health of Americans, there is no military and there is no homeland security. As I said, without health, there is no military, there is no security. Taxes are a small price to pay for the benefit of the entire country. And now we're going to take a look at people that feel that Obamacare was forced upon them. And the reason for this is that in Obamacare, it said if you did not have health insurance, that you needed to sign up for Obamacare or get it through whether it be your work or any other means, or pay fines. And the reason for this, it was sort of a preventative idea. In the case that you got sick, hurt, needed health care, that you would already have insurance and you wouldn't need to jump through a bunch of loops, pay out of pocket, all that kind of stuff. And it's sort of similar to like having car insurance. You know, you can't be on the road if you don't have car insurance. Well, it's sort of the same thing with life insurance. You can't be out walking about or doing whatever it is that you may be with the potential of you getting injured or sick and not being able to cover that. And now I'm going to take a look at a very topical subject, which is the potential repeal of Obamacare and its negative effects. According to AARP, Obamacare being repealed could have a huge influence on other medical programs such as Medicare. A full repeal of Obamacare would eliminate many Medicare benefits created by the law, which is a huge deal for the elderly community, those that are 65 and plus, as Medicare is very important to that community. And Fortune magazine said, if Obamacare is repealed and Medicare and Medicaid payments aren't restored to their old levels, American hospitals will face enormous losses. And I believe that was in the hundreds of billions of dollars in potential losses, which is a substantial amount of money and which is awful for the United States economy, our medicine industry, our healthcare industry, and it could be catastrophic. So in the end, Obamacare is saving lives and money. It is necessary for those with pre-existing conditions. The most complaints of ACA are easily debunked, and a repeal could be catastrophic to American medicine, health, and economy. Thank you very much for watching my speech. Have a good day.